Part A contain 1 mark question. You will be having 10 questions and you have to answer all the 10 questions. There will be no options for Part A section. I will recommend certain simple chapters where you can concentrate more so that you can gain more than 50% of marks in your question paper. Only particular chapters are chosen to write the 5 mark question. No need to study the complete syllabus for 5 or the last section, that is 10 mark question. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all. This is Shruti, lecturer in Vidhyaashram, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. We are here to the introduction class of your second PUC Basic Maths. In today's session, we are going to study what are the syllabus prescribed by the Pre-University Board of Karnataka for second PUC-COMMERCE of Basic Maths syllabus. So in today's session, we are here to look upon what is the scope of syllabus of studying the contents in your second PUC Basic Math syllabus and the textbook preferred for your reference. Next, the syllabus and weightage given to each units and each chapter in the syllabus and the pattern of your question paper. And finally, we look upon the very important chapter which I usually recommend to gain more than 50% marks in your final examination. Now, firstly, what is the scope of the syllabus? That is, in second PUC Basic Maths, we usually have units of algebra, commercial arithmetic, trigonometry, calculus and analytical geometry. So these are the major units which we have concentrated on your syllabus. What is the importance of studying these syllabus? So learning algebra and commercial mathematics helps you in any type of examination. Usually, it is completely a total basic maths which you are going to face any UGC or any UPSC, KPSC examination. They are highly recommended for any type of examination. And the other syllabus, that is the trigonometry, calculus and analytical geometry, helps you in studying higher courses like BBA, BCom or any type of CPT or CA courses. So thus, studying second PUC Basic Maths helps you in many ways. Now, this is the textbook prescribed by the Pre-University Board of Karnataka, which is Basic Mathematics textbook for second PUC, Department of Pre-University Education. Now, let's see what is your syllabus and weightage for each chapters in your curriculum. So, the very first unit is algebra. Under the section algebra, you have 6 chapters, that is matrices and determinants, permutations and combination, probability, binomial theorem, partial fraction and mathematical logic. So this is the number of teaching hours prescribed by the board and this is the weightage of marks per each chapter given. So number of teaching hours for matrices and determinants is 13, permutations and combination is 8, probability 5, binomial theorem is 6 and partial fraction is 4 and finally mathematical logic is 6 hours of your teaching. And marks for each unit is given by, that is for the first chapter, very first chapter matrices and determinants, it is 15 marks and for permutations and combination a 6 mark question from the chapter and probability total 5 marks. And next you have binomial theorem. There the chapter is for 9 marks and partial fraction have 1 question for 5 marks. So the total is 5 marks. And finally the mathematical logic has 8 marks from this chapter. So next we will move on to unit 2, that is commercial arithmetic. The total hours required for this unit is 34 hours and number of hours divided for each chapter. In this unit also you have 6 chapters which is very easy and simpler, which contains the chapters ratios and proportion, bill discounting, stocks and shares, learning curve, linear programming problem, sales tax and value added tax. So these concepts are generally required to lead your daily life also. So let's see how many marks is distributed for each chapter. For ratios and proportion, you will have a weightage of 11 marks in your question paper. Bill discounting, 5 marks. Stocks and shares, 4 marks. Learning curves, 3 marks. linear programming problem 5 marks, and sales tax and value added tax for 3 marks. And number of teaching hours is described per unit, that is 10, 6, 4, 4, 6, 4. Next, we'll move on to the unit 3. So that is trigonometry. So trigonometry is very interesting chapter, and here you have 2 subunits, that is heights and distances, compound angles, multiple angles, submultiple angles, and transformation problems. So heights and distances is just an application of trigonometry, and compound angles, multiple angles, submultiple angle, transformation formulas are very simpler. Only when you know or learn all the formulas, it is easy to understand trigonometry very easily. And the weightage given to the chapter heights and distances is 4 marks. And for the second chapter, you have 10 marks. In total, you have 12 hours of teaching hours for trigonometry. So next is analytical geometry. So here you will be studying a very interesting chapters called circles and parabola. So circles have a weightage of 7 marks and 6 hours of teaching. Parabola have weightage of 5 marks and 4 hours of teaching. So just going through different forms of circles and different types of parabola. So you should know their characteristics. Then only you can easily study this chapter and gain marks or weightage, whatever they have given in your question paper. The last unit is calculus unit. In calculus, you have 5 subunits, that is limits and continuity of a function, differential calculus, application of derivatives, indefinite integrals, definite integrals, and application to its area. It is purely calculus part, and it starts from very basic concept to differentiation and integration. And here we have weightage of 9 marks for first chapter limits and continuity, and 11 marks from differential calculus. That is, it is completely differentiating the given function, and application of differentiation or derivatives contains 8 marks, and 9 marks from indefinite integral. Just studying the type of integration and solving the function helps you to make easier this chapter. Next, we have definite integral and application under areas or curves. That is how to identify or find an areas of unknown curves under the x and y axis can be studied using definite integrals. So that is for 7 marks. And the number of teaching hours completely takes 42 hours to teach calculus, and it is divided into 8, 10, 8, 8, 8 for each subunits. So these all are 5 units in your syllabus, and you have 21 chapters in total in your syllabus. Next, we will look on upon the pattern of the question paper. So the second PUC basic maths question paper pattern contains 5 sections, that is part A, part B, part C, part D, part E. And the number of questions to be set in each section. So you will be having 10 questions for 1 mark. That is, part A contain 1 mark question. You will be having 10 questions and you have to answer all the 10 questions. There will be no options for part A section. So therefore, if you attend all the 10 questions out of 10, you will get 10 marks from part A. Next, section B. Section B contains 2 mark question. Here, they will set the number of questions for 14. So they'll say give you 14 questions. You're supposed to choose only 10 and answer. Then 10 into 2, 20 marks for this section. Next, section C contains 3 marks question. So 3 marks question also have an options of 14 questions. So out of 14 questions, you have to attend any 10. So 10 into 3, 30 marks for section C. Next, we have 5 mark question, that is part D. Here you have 10 questions of 5 marks each, and you have to answer only 6 questions out of 10 questions. So 6 5s are 30. So remember, only particular chapters are chosen to write the 5 mark question. No need to study the complete syllabus for 5 or the last section, that is 10 mark question. So they'll choose 5 marks question only from the particular chapter. So from that chapter, if you're able to study it and make a pattern, study it smartly, then you can completely score 100, that is maximum marks which you have to gain. The last part is part E section, that is you have 10 mark question, and that 10 mark question is subdivided into 2 questions. That is, one question is 6 marks and one question is 4 marks, and they will give you 2 questions. In those 2 questions also you have 2 sub questions. In that question you have to choose any one question and attend one question completely, so that you will get 10 marks completely. So the question paper has completely 50 questions here, and you have to write all the 37 questions. That is the question you have chosen. So you have chooses or options from part B to part E. So by selecting all the questions, this is the number of questions you have to answer. Out of 50 questions, you have to attend 37 questions. So 50 means according to 50, the total question will be set for 150 marks. So when you calculate this, 10 marks, 14 into 2, again 28, 28, again 10 into 5, that is 50, plus 10 into 2, that is 20. When you add it completely, the question paper is set for 150 marks, but the maximum marks you have to attend and gain is only 100. Isn't it simpler? So be confident in your second PUC Basic Math syllabus. So you can gain more marks by smartly planning and learning the important chapters according to your question paper pattern. I will recommend certain simple chapters where you can concentrate more so that you can gain more than 50% of marks in your question paper. So here are the chapters which I recommend here. So matrices and determinants is for 15 marks. Binomial theorem is 9 marks. Partial fraction 5. Mathematical logic 8. Ratios and proportion 11. Learning curve 6. Linear programming problem 5, and finally circle 7. So total you can gain 66 marks from this chapter. You can completely rely on these chapter because they are very simpler and calculative. So no need to understand more theoretical concepts. So these are all completely practical problems which you can work out more, practice more and rely it on completely. So this is all about an introduction class of your second PUC Basic Maths. So I hope you will enjoy learning your syllabus in Basic Maths. We'll meet you in the concept classes. Until then, keep watching, keep learning, keep exploring. Thank you.